Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're doing an art journal spread, and this is where I keep all of my colors that I'm going to choose from, and also all of my material that I'm going to choose from, such as glitter, ephemera, acrylic paints, watercolor, things like that. So I don't have a number of things that I need to grab. I chose 2 colors, and then I'm going to choose 3 media to use. These are my Dollar Tree DIY homemade alcohol inks, and I will tell you that you'll see once it dries, it's not that pigmented. I've never worked with real alcohol inks, to tell you the truth. I have never in my life I've never even seen an alcohol ink the way it dries up close. I've never seen anybody work with alcohol inks like in person. So I don't know what real alcohol inks dry like. I just know that these do dry kind of light in color. So that's just something to think about. But if you wanted to see the video where I went ahead and made these, then I'll attach that down in the description box below. And they're super simple, and that's why, and they're super cheap. That's the thing. That's why I chose to do it that way, and I choose to use them because they're way less expensive than real alcohol sprays. Maybe one of these days I'll get a coupon or something and go buy some real alcohol sprays just to see what it's like. But for right now, this is what I use, and I'm content with it. For small paint projects like this, I love to use these little mason jar lids that I get at the Dollar Tree. I forget how many came in a pack, but there was quite a few of them. I want to say there was at least like 10 of these lids. And look, they're just perfect for a tiny art project that you're doing if you don't have too many colors you need to get out. So for anybody that's new here, welcome to my channel. I do a lot of crafting, I do some cleaning. I'm a mom to 3 girls. One of them is grown up and moved out of the house and married. The other middle one is 20 years old, and she is with us here at home. She works very hard at her job. She makes her own car payment. She does her own thing, but she does an amazing job, and she's just not ready to leave the house yet, and that's okay with us. I also have a 13-year-old daughter that I homeschool, and she keeps me on my toes. She absolutely loves bowling. I haven't taken her in about a week, so I gotta get her this week to the bowling alley. She, like I said, does homeschool, and we try to keep it as relaxed as possible because I think that learning should come naturally, honestly. I don't force tests. I don't do any of that. So that's just a little bit about me. Welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. So personally, when I sit down to art journal, I don't have any expectations. Like, I don't have any ideas in mind until I actually sit down with the media that I pulled. So I don't know how you guys art journal, or if you're just sitting down to craft. How do you come up with your ideas? Sometimes if I'm wanting to do a video where I want to show you guys, a final product, then I'll scroll through Pinterest, I'll watch other YouTube videos. Sometimes I go on TikTok, Instagram, and I'll just pull up like the words scrapbooking or craft with me, and I'll see what other people are making. And that's usually how I come up with ideas on things to make in my craft room, just pull ideas from other people. That's actually why I love YouTube so much, because I would say that I probably pull up YouTube for 75% of the decisions that I make in this house, like organizing, cleaning, crafting, all of that stuff. Sometimes even like hygiene products. If I'm not happy with a face wash, or if I'm not happy with a shampoo, I will go to YouTube and look for reviews. So I don't know if you guys utilize YouTube that way, but I do, and I find it really, really helpful. But for my art journaling, I don't usually have like an idea ahead of time of what a spread's going to look like, or, you know, even what sentiment I want to write on it. I don't. I just go with whatever I'm feeling in the moment, I guess. You guys, I'm such a nerd when it comes to colors. As I'm sitting here editing this video, I am so giddy looking at all of the purple stuff together, all the green stuff together. I don't know, it makes my heart happy to see all the colors together, and that's why I color organize everything in my craft room. It makes me so giddy to see a whole bunch of purple stuff together, a whole bunch of pink stuff together. I know that might sound extremely silly, but it literally is the simple things like that that make me happy and that I have control over, and so I can do that. I don't know if that's some kind of therapy thing. Maybe I need to go to therapy, but I literally, if I can organize something that makes me happy to see it, I'm all over it. And so my craft room is color organized. I've got some different kinds of organization in the other parts of the house, but my craft room specifically is always color organized, and it makes my heart happy. Every bin that you see me pull from contains a different type of media. So this one right here just contains any kind of larger pieces of paper. I also have a smaller one that contains smaller pieces of paper. I had a bin that contained all my ephemera in color order you saw me pull. That was the purple. And then the little tiny ones that you saw me pull the purple beads out of, that's my tiny ephemera. And the reason that I don't mix the bigger ephemera with the tiny ephemera is because I feel like the tiny ephemera gets lost in the big ephemera. So that's why I have separate, little storage areas for those. This is just some rub-on transfers that I have set aside. I have a bin full of sentiments and words. And so I like to keep everything separated, and I like to just pull from each of those areas. That way, I know I'm using everything in my craft room. That is my main goal for this next year, is to not bring so much stuff into my craft room and use what I have. I have paper, I have ribbon, and when I say I have an overabundance of each of these. I have sequins, I have all different types of glues, I have tape runners galore. I have so much stuff that needs to be used. I have empty blank notebooks that need to be transformed into decorative notebooks. I just have a lot of stuff that I need to use, and that's my main goal for the next year, is to use what I have and stop bringing so much in. So that leads me back to the way that I organize. I feel like if I organize things properly, I can pull from different places, use all of my craft stuff, instead of just focusing either on what I really, really love right in this moment. Because you have to remember, if you bought a paper pad, you apparently loved it at one point in time. So that's why I'm trying to fall in love with all the things that I have in my craft room. Because if I bought them, I obviously loved them at some point. So I don't want to focus on what I just bought. I want to focus on what I have. For me personally, I don't mind going in and gluing all the background in the way that I just did. I ripped it, I kind of set it there to see how it looked, and then I glued it down. With these smaller pieces that I'm pulling out of this bowl, I like to loose lay everything to see how it's all gonna look before I glue it all down. I love to use thread to layer things. It gives it a lot of dimension and a lot of texture, and you can kind of keep the thread looped together, or you can spread it all out and it looks completely different. For all of you who are upset that I didn't use that little purple heart underneath, I'm upset too. I didn't see it. I hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. Thank you for coming by. Thank you for hanging out with me, and I hope to see you in my next video. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.